Hello, welcome to Todd Miller TV. It's February of 2014 and we're going into the buying season, so I keep getting asked, what is the market like? How's the market doing? What are the supply of homes? So I went in the MLS, pulled all the numbers. We're going to go through them. There are these rumors out there that there's this flood of properties getting ready to hit the market. We've been hearing it now for 3 years. It hasn't happened. So I'm going to go over what's actually happening and what really hasn't changed that much in the last few years. Okay, so we've got three things we're going to talk about. One is the total number of houses on the market. One is the annual number of sales, and then how many months of supply that is. And then we'll talk about historically what that number should be. So first is total houses on the market. So if you look at all properties, it's 8,971 properties on the market. That's single-family homes, condos, townhomes, manufactured homes. The total number of sales in a year of all property types is roughly 40,000. That was the number pulled from the MLS for the last 12 months. So basically today to 12 months ago. What that means is if you take and do some math here, that if no new properties come on the market, in 2.7 months, they're gone. So that's not a lot of inventory. If you think about it, that means the average time on the market is 1.35 months. Which is like, 40 days on the market. And that's about right. If you look at the MLS and see properties that sold, you'll see that some are less than 40, some are more than 40, but it's roughly 40 days on the market. That's a pretty hot market. That's why prices are still kind of tending to go up, even though they're well below historically where they should be. Now, one of the things you'll hear is people will throw out all these numbers and say, well, let's only talk about single-family homes. And we'll do that. We'll only talk about houses. We won't put condos or townhomes, and we'll see how it changes. So on the market, there are 6,925 single-family homes on the market. Single-family homes sell about 32,000. That was in the last year, which gives us 2.6 months of supply. Historically, we have 5 or 6 months of supply. Average time on the market is like 3 months. It's like 90 days. So we have historical sales are pretty average. That's what normally we sell in a year. The total number of properties, though, is a little bit lower than what it normally is, which is why we have this low supply. Now, there's a lot of reasons for it, and certainly homes that should be transacting, that are not transacting, are being tied up by financial institutions. But that doesn't mean they're all getting ready to flood the market, because there are homes that people haven't made payments on in 4 years, 5 years. They're getting loan mods, they're having other things that happen, and they're able to stay in the property. And they're actually making it so financially in a good incentive for them. Like, for example, if you were upside down and the bank came to you and said, we'll give you a 2% interest rate over 40 years, we'll take off everything above what the house is worth, and we'll just make the loan amount, principal reduction to that amount. Why would you move? Even if you physically didn't want to live there, you would say, okay, I agree, and then move out and rent it, because you would make a killing on it and never sell it. So there's some houses that are not going to transact because these people have really good deals, which is part of the reason why we have an artificial inventory. These are not a pool of homes that the banks own, that they're sitting on. Because the second a bank owns a house, they immediately get it out on the market. So this myth that the banks are sitting on these houses doesn't exist. When we get the REOs, we look at when they went to the trustee sale, when the bank took ownership, and with days is when they're giving us the properties. We can also tell by looking at the notice of defaults. When we see notice of defaults skyrocket to 3,000 or 4,000 a month, we know that potentially in 6 months to a year there's going to be more properties. That hasn't happened. The NODs are relatively light compared to where they were 06, 07, 08, 09, 010, 2010. So for right now, this is what's going on in the market, which means if you're selling, it's still kind of a seller's market. You still have a very low amount of supply. Properties tend to be on the market a short amount of time. Doesn't mean prices are going to go up 30%. If we looked at this 6 months ago or a year ago, it was a little worse. You had less supply, less houses on the market. So anyway, that's the update. Hope you got good information out of this, and hope to see you on another video. Thanks.